And welcome to 2026 Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah, I may have taken a hot minute to get back to this. I apologize. But, you know, I've been building out a shop by myself, by my onesie. None of this that you see around here is contracted. All of it's me. That's why the carpentry really sucks. But I've gotten to the point now that the mini brick's kind of in the way. We saved it. It never got below freezing in the shop. Actually, there was a puddle of water kind of right here because the doors leaked and I had to fix that. See, I was doing it, and that's why it leaked. And so it actually never froze, which was good. We're trying to get that done. Oh, you guys haven't seen. Let me take you on the Wayback Machine. We're going to call this Waybackception. Here we go.
Welcome back to Toss a Coin to Your Tech Guy. I'm John, your tech guy. You joined me at the end of January, right before the great freeze hits us. And the mini brake back here, I was gonna check the coolant on it, but I couldn't tell if it had any antifreeze in it at all because it's at an angle and the surge tank is empty. So today, preview the new shop, we're going to move this guy in here to hopefully preserve it, because cold. Now, it bears mentioning that I have done absolutely nothing to this thing since I picked it up. And I'm gonna get in the Wayback Machine now, and I'm gonna show you when I got it, why I got it, and who I got it from. But I'm gonna tell you right now, boys, if you don't have one of these pieces of tech, yeah, you're missing out. These things are great. You set the PSI that you want. If I'm smarter than the thing, it will work. I wanna just go for 30. I don't know how good these tires are. And just let her buck. But yeah, mini brick, little Volvo 850. And this is how we got it. Okay, here we go, guys. Look at this. It's a family car. This is a turbocharged Volvo. And I might be taking this guy home. Ooh, look, it's got the little windshield wipers and everything. So, found this on Marketplace, and I've been looking for a poverty tour mobile, and this guy fit the bill. Look at this thing. It's about right for, poverty tour level. I think this will do. It might not be till next year before we do it, but we're gonna do it. And it's turbo. Can't say bad things about a turbo. I see you, Bill Season. I just got a spoiler. Look, how's this for tech? Windshield wipers for keeping it clean, man. It's even got the drilled in slotted brakes. Look at that. We got all the stoppage. This thing's perfect. For a Washington State car, this thing is surprisingly clean. I just looked underneath it. There's no rust. There's some, the standard paint flakage. It is what it is. But you want to talk about a nice little car? This'll do, man. This'll do. A little work and a, Mako paint job. Good to go. Still waiting on Andrew, the owner, to come by, but check out the interior. Look at that. It's not too bad. There's a little tear in the seat, but the cluster's intact. Look at all that juicy 90s tech we can get into. Yes. Ooh, and I spy a boost gauge on the side. Even better. Yes, this is performances. Uh-oh. Looks like the airbag might have needs some help, but gloss over that. Heat gun, yeah, that's fine. Guys, it's following me home. Andrew, the previous owner, says this thing needs a valve job. We're gonna find out. See if this guy's a liar. I think he's telling the truth. But look at it.
The mechanic that it's been parked at for a good while also agreed that it needs a valve job.
Yeah, see, there we go, for the record. All right. But look at this thing. Look at it. It's clean. The inside looks awesome. Look at this 90s tech we're gonna break into. I bet you there's some relays, rheostats, and all kinds of stuff we can get into in that. I mean, for you angry pixie junkies. And then, it's on the trailer. It's ready to follow me home. And I can't thank Andrew enough for, bearing with me and, hanging out through this whole process. We've been out here excuse me, let me make this family friendly. BSing for about an hour.
Yeah, just talking cars. This is about my 7th Volvo, and I'm just happy to get, you know, this to somebody that's going to actually get it running again. Like, I'm glad that it's not going to somebody that's going to part it out. And, you know, this is probably the 4th one helping get back on the road. I wanted to restore this one myself with my daughter, and so unfortunately that didn't happen, but I'm happy that it's going to somebody that can have their daughter help them work on it.
I told him it's probably going to go on Poverty Tour 2027 or maybe 26, depending on how Barney acts, but we'll see. Stay tuned. All right, I totally didn't just throw it in neutral and push it off the trailer. That would be dangerous. No, I didn't do that. But I will say this thing's seen better days. It's kind of dim. Sorry about the lighting, folks, but we're working quick with what we got. Figure out which one is the happy cable and which one is the sad cable. Happy cable, all right. Never start battery. Terminals look okay. This came with it, so, you know, use what you have. Use all the parts of the carcass. Oh, just like that. Plug in the battery, instant lights and stuff. Let's see what we got inside. I love these little things. Talk about tech. Ooh, dome light works. Nice, 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 nice. Oh God, it's like sitting on the ground. Does the seat work? Kind of. Does the, oh yeah, okay. I can adjust the wheel so that, you know, big guys can get in here. Okay. Oh, this is a Volvo thing. They all ask for a code. It's on the inside of the radio in Sharpie. I learned that from the previous owner. All right, let's see here. There's a neutral. Okay, start. Well, it rolls over good. Let's try it again. Methinks we're out of fuel, boys. So that means the old-fashioned way. And by old-fashioned, I mean tractor time. Here we go. I don't know if you guys have ever had to move a car into the shop by yourself. It sucks. All right, last effort. Sometimes it just takes some speed, strength, and power! Yeah, that's all it takes. Hey, it's in. All right, I'm gonna go lay down. Whew, see you guys in the morning. I'm sure there's more than a few of you guys that are wondering, why John? Well, this is why. She's dry in the reservoir, and there's no radiator cap for me to check the coolant. So I don't know if this thing's got antifreeze in it or if it's got just straight water or what. So I'm gonna bring it in here so that hopefully that doesn't freeze so we can maybe salvage it. You know, no broken blocks.
And now you know. All right, so this little guy is a Volvo 850. It's a 5-cylinder turbo, which is kind of wacky and cool, and probably the reason I decided to buy it. The thing is just, it's just neat on the inside. I haven't done anything with it. The last clip that you saw there of me hauling this thing in one-armed, which is not advisable, do not do that at home. That's me how I know. Yeah, it doesn't move. When I bought it, it actually would fire up, but now it doesn't. So I assume fuel pump relay or some kind of weird wackiness like that. So we're gonna dive into that, at least try to get it mobile on this episode. Now, the cool part about this guy is that it's got a lot of really cool 90s-ish tech in it, and it's also going to be built out to be kind of a little bit of a techmobile, you know? Kind of haul around some stuff, maybe go to some car shows, that kind of thing. Whereas Barney's kind of my go camping, go everywhere vehicle. I kind of want this guy to have some fun with it. Now, whether I keep it or not, anybody's guess. But my daughter wants it. Now, we'll see later. I mean, she'll change her mind probably. It's a station wagon, for crying out loud. But let's dig in and see if we can actually make this thing move on its own, because it's in the way and I need to move BS from over there to, you know, over there. So here we go. Okay guys, just like I said, I haven't really done anything with this guy except drag it in here. So let's take a quick tour. We've got fine wood mahogany dash, a random bottle of antifreeze that came free with a death jack. That's good, you know. We need a death jack. If I remember right, I think, yeah, you can't get it in the, oh, you can get it in the park, okay. Well, I was fighting this earlier and the neutral safety switch didn't want to let this go forward, so Oh, there's a little uppy downy thing. Okay, oh, maybe not an uppy downy thing. Maybe we just put that back. You know, 'cause, yeah. All right, got that. We've got, you know, our '90s sound system. This is all original. This is actually really cool because it actually has a tape deck. I haven't seen one of those in a while. And you know, it's just kind of neat. A spacious interior with some trim bits off the back there. It's all complete though. I actually did look in the hatch. That is the one thing I did with this. So if we look back here, we've got some clues as to what might be the problem with it not running. That's a fuel cinder. But we have the original rotors. Somebody swapped this thing over to drilled and slotted at some point. And we have the trim piece, as you can see, for the rear that can go back on. And a free box of mystery brakes. Let's see what's in this guy. It's empty. All right then. So we got that. We got the original Volvo cover for the motor, which is actually kind of cool because I did notice it was missing that when we tried to move it before the Great Freeze, and the original caliper brackets and everything else. So it's kind of cool that the original parts are still with the vehicle. Now that said, that does mean somebody's, you know, been playing with it a little bit. There's a box of mystery stuff there. Got a relay and some bolts in the side pocket. That's always a good sign. But let's look under the hood. Crunchy. All right. Oh, this thing. This is hilarious. So when you unlock the hood, this little lever pops out, and then you get to pull the lever to disengage the hood safety latch on the back side. See? Just Volvo things, I guess. But anyway, here you go. Little turbocharged motor. This is the free battery that came with the vehicle. Actually does work. The guy was very nice and swapped it out. I think you saw that in the other clip. And this was the reason that I had to bring it inside. If I can open this up, look in there. No coolant. So either somebody drained it, it leaked out, something else happened, but I didn't really want to break the block if I could help it. Hopefully it wouldn't have broken, but you know, this wasn't exactly what you call an expensive car. I paid all of $800 for it, but it does the thing. Has the wacky little windshield wipers. Yeah. It's just cool. It's just, I mean, how many Scandinavian cars do you get to play with here in the States? I mean, most of the guys on YouTube, and me too, you know, we play with old stuff, and this is arguably old at this point, but we play with old stuff that, you know, you sand the points, you play with a little bit, clean the carburetor, all right, it goes. This is going to be the next generation's Will It Run. I guarantee it, this kind of stuff. But, yeah, it's got our little sun moonroof. That's actually intact. The seals don't leak. Buy a lottery ticket. And then we have, you know, our hatch and everything. So it's complete. It's all here. All the glass is intact. I think the windshield has, yeah, the windshield does have a crack, but, you know, not bad for a bargain basement car. All the cylinders, when we rolled it over, when we got it, did sound like it had compression. So hopefully that's all okay, and we can dive in here. So I'm gonna get a couple tools, and we're gonna see if we can diagnose this thing. Because right now, she don't run. But I do see a clue as to why it might have been parked. Ruh-roh. Classic Volvo PCV leak. That means valve stem seals, most likely. We'll see. We'll see. Ooh, somebody's been in here, a man after my own heart. Zip tie. Oh, sorry guys, I'm a little sniffly. It's wintertime. There's not supposed to be allergies yet. God dang it. Texas, listen to me. Stop it. Nobody likes it. Stop it. Anyway, here we go. We're going to start with the battery and go from there. I'm going to go get a couple of wrenches. I will be honest, I'm going to use a crescent wrench because, yeah, it's a battery terminal. So, you guys in the comments, these work. The other thing is I actually have the Super Bowl on the shop TV, so I am going to look at that occasionally. Ooh, we already got DOS blinking lights in. Okay. And I hear something running. What the heck is that? Okay, well, it's alive. It does the thing. By does the thing, I mean it shouldn't be on right now. Let me check the key. Stupid standing things. My ancestors. Gripe up. Ah! Windshield wipers work. Aha! Well, the key was on. Mystery solved. Alright, back at it. Here we go. Whoever bubbed this together, I have many problems with your wiring skills. And everything else here. What the hell is going on? I mean, there are correct ways to modify the wiring of your car. There really are. This isn't it. Don't do this. Amateur YouTube fail. I did not adjust the angle on the dangle and bring you guys in where you could actually see what I was saying to you and the funny faces I've been making. Anyways, I'm going to just kind of snug this. I'm not really going to go ham on it because we don't even know if it does anything yet. My best guess as to why this thing wasn't running earlier, I think it probably has spark. Probably the fuel is the problem, just given the parts in the back. But yeah, do not bother stuff like this. Do not do this. I mean, look at her. Here we go. Are you ready? Ready? Don't get sick now. Don't get sick now. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Why? It'd take you 10 minutes and $5 to get a proper terminal that actually had, you know, screwy bits. So, I don't know why anybody would do this, and I really don't know what this bypass wire actually goes to yet. So, I'm just assuming it needs to be there because it wraps back into the factory loom. But I don't know for certain. Some people's kids. So, the cool part about these transition era cars is that this guy actually does have a distributor, so I can manually check for spark up here at the coil. So that's going to be quite a benefit. I think I checked spark when I picked it up, and it had it. And I know it ran briefly then. So allegedly it still has spark because this is not a point system. So it should have a Hall effects pickup inside the distributor so that it will actually wipe past and make spark. I guess we'll find out. Here we go. Wish me luck, everyone. I'm going back into the 90s. I can hear Purple Rain already. Ah! Windshield wipers work. How do you turn them off? Oh. You gotta have the stock in the right position. That sounded a bit weak. Battery might be low. That's like it might be trying to hit on one cylinder, maybe, allegedly. Or one is just lacking compression in a big way. Jump pack time! Oh, actually, no, I'm in a shop. I don't have to have that. We have a battery charger. Woohoo! And it's handy. It's right here. I don't have to go, like, into, I don't know, BFE somewhere and find it. This is great. If you have never worked in a shop before or had this ever growing up, it's all very novel for you. Like, I've worked on cars in my driveway and or on the dirt for my entire life, so this is really cool to me right now. Also, something's still running in here and the key's off. Interesting. Yeah. Get on there. Let's see here. Yes, all the amps for right now for this test go. I'm surprised the shop lights didn't flicker because, you know, I did the wiring. I mean, I would never do that, insurance people. here we go. Prior. The stereo's doing a thing. No worky. Alright, time to start troubleshooting. I'm gonna leave this on a charge though while I'm doing it, which is gonna be quite inconvenient in this position. But I put in multiple outlets for just such an emergency. Might need an extension cord though. I have those too for just such an emergency. It's almost like I emptied my entire garage into a shop. And that would never happen. For the nervous Nellies at home, I actually did everything properly. It's got an 8-foot grounding rod, GFCI outlets, breakers, sub panel, all the things. So, you know, don't come after me now in the comments. I did it right. Swear. Yeah. All right, let's see here. Where is my fuel rail? Is there a fuel rail? That looks like a fuel rail, and those look like injectors. Cool. Well, let's see. What do you think, guys? Spark test first, or give her a little fuel test. I think spark test most likely. Although that's just going to tell me that it actually has it. Alright, well, let's see here. How do I want to do this? I'm by myself, so Lone Wolf 9000 trigger, you know, for the starter, I could do that. Or I could just, you know, let you guys watch it. I'm probably going to do that. Alright, so let's pull you off here. Flip it around like so. Get something to jam in there that's slightly conductive. I can't tell you how many times I've done this with this guy. Freaking tent stake. It's actually one of the best spark testers I've ever used. That said, I usually have a light as well, but that's still in the garage. The Great Migration is still ongoing, but I need this to move so I can finish the migration. There's always dependencies everywhere you go. I don't know if I like this, but we're gonna try it. I don't want to do that either. Where's the center pin? Oh, okay. It's an innie outie. Technical term there, fellas and fellas and whoever else. I don't know. I've been watching so many YouTubers recently. I actually got accused of trying to sound like Abe the other day, and I'm not. The problem with watching other folks is that their mannerisms start to soak into your mannerisms, and everybody becomes the same mannerisms. Zzz. Ah! Come back, little guy. Okay, that ought to be enough for a quick spark test. Here we go. Probably slow, who knows. Did you guys see spark?
Why, yes, you did see spark, but somebody lost the footage. Wonder who that was.
Yes, you did see spark. The very faintest whiff of spark, but it is there. So I'm going to move on from that because that was a terrible test, and I'd rather have a spark tester. We're going to look at this fuel rail, which is what I assume to be the actual issue. So there should be a Schrader valve here somewhere where I can test for fuel pressure. And I am about 6 billion% sure we ain't got any because I don't hear a fuel pump. If any of you have watched my content in the past, you know that I just like using random stuff to make things happen. And this is no exception. So there's no pressure on the fuel rail. Testing with my trusty tent stake. I'm going to turn the car back on. Alright. We should have had a fuel pump right about then. I definitely didn't hear it. And we definitely don't have fuel pressure. So we know where to start. If there is no fuel, there is no go. Now, likely what is going on here is that either the fuel pump relay isn't engaging, possible, or the fuel pump itself has been removed and that's why it's laying in the back. Which begs the question of how the heck did it run before, maybe leftover fuel in the line? Nah, no, that wouldn't work. You have to have a high pressure pump. So maybe there is a pump in the tank. Doesn't matter much because it's no worky right now. Also, I just noticed that this intercooler turbo boot is the wrong size. So I'm going to have to add that to the list. Huzzah! Hey, look what I found in the door. You know that relay that I was going to look at later? Well, there's a clue. It says fuel pump. Ruh-roh. Now I gotta figure out what that is. You know, rather conveniently, the last guy to mess with this unbuckled all this, and you know, fuel pump relay was right here. There she be. That one looks stock. This one looks like replacement. KSSO. What is this guy? Ah, German and from Stuttgart. Very nice. Yeah. I have no idea what you do yet, but we'll figure you out in a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and just stick you right back on this relay board. There we go. Very nice. Okay, so yeah, what do you guys think? I'm gonna go with new and old. And somebody suspected the fuel pump relay was a problem. The only issue is that these are two different relays. Yeah, look at the contacts. Two different relays. Okay, interesting. So, there's every chance I'm going to have to go get a fuel pump relay. I guess I can go look at the wiring diagram, see if I can hotwire this thing. Just make the fuel pump run for the time being. Maybe. Of course, maybe seating it and reseating it caused magic to happen. Probably not. Nope, no fuel pump. Plenty of weirdness from the stereo, though. If I remember right, you got to reset those, but I think we'll get there. So that appears to be what somebody suspected was fuel pump relay. Let's see. I could run a wire from a 12-volt source back there and see if I could get it to work. I don't really like doing that too much, and the reason for that is quite simple. I forget. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this guy out again. We're going to cross the numbers and see if we can come up with one. Because a component swap would be really nice just to, you know, make things happen so I can get this thing moved. If not, we got to go dig into the fuel pump itself, which may or may not be a bad thing, but here we go. Okay, before I went off and did crazy amounts of getting stuff together, I did Google this up. So these two relays are actually very similar and quite the same. This guy is actually superseded by this guy because, interestingly, the ground pin here is removed from, I don't know how you can see that, from the updated version. I assume it's just tied to another ground because that stake right there is very suspicious. But yeah, let's hook it up and see what we get. Okay, so proceeding with basic troubleshooting. According to the manual, pin 15 on the relay should be our power going across to the fuel pump, and 87A should be the circuit at the fuel pump. So let's see if we're getting power to the relay. Find some place to ground that may or may not work, but basic troubleshooting step. Here we go. Got anything here? No. Okay, so that's with key off. Let's try key on. Should be getting some with key on. Allegedly. All right, here we go. The hello computer. Yes, we have 12 volts. I don't know how well you can see it. Red light, 12 V's. All right, cool beans. So allegedly, if we jump between these two pins, we can manually engage the fuel pump if the wiring to the back is good. So I'm gonna try that. You know, it goes without saying that, you know, this kind of troubleshooting here is very hacky and very quick and dirty, but again, I just need this goddamn thing to move so I can get on with the shop belt. One other thing I might mention here is that if you're going to actually troubleshoot this, there is a fuel pump access port in the back behind the hatch, and we may have to get there eventually, but for right now, I'm going to make a solid attempt at not doing that and just trigger this bad boy manually. We'll see if that all works out or if I'm a complete dope. You guys know that the latter is probably true. That did not work. Okay. I need to make a test jumper. Stand by! You know, one of the nice parts about having built your own shop very recently is that you have boatloads of copper wire laying around. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to strip this guy back, and then we're going to basically touch those two terminals with the key on and see if we get a bzzz. Yeah, technical term, bzzz. If we get a bzzz, that means that the relay is probably bad and I should go source one. But if we get a bzzz, I can at least test that this thing actually does anything. Alright, here we go. Wish me luck. Probably blow up the fuse, but you know, risks you take. So, these kind of jumpers are good for diagnostic stuff, but I'm going to tell you right now, the correct answer is to make a spade terminal connector and make a good jumper like that. One of those do as I say, not as I do moments. Alright, here we go. Do we have bzzz? Well, we have spark, so we've got a completed circuit, but no bzzz. Oh yeah, we're definitely sending power back there. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, well, it's entirely possible it's a fuel pump. Yay, exactly what I wanted to get into today. Well, time to open the back door and give her a shot. Oh look, Super Bowl. Somebody got tackled. I don't have a dog in this fight. You guys let me know in the comments who you want to win. You know, this kind of presents us with an opportunity. We can go through all this nonsense. So we have stuff in the back, as you can see. Some of it might be a clue. I still think that's the clue right there. We got a first aid kit. Might be useful, probably not. A fuel pump of unknown quality that looks a little suspect. There you go, dogs. You can sniff that. Good job, Sigrun. Some fix-a-flat. We have, as I said earlier, the original caliper brackets. Very nice. Air duct, which is intact on the engine, so I'm going to assume that's spare. Hopefully. Mass airflow sensor. Uh-oh. Alright. Rotors. We already noted those. One rotor. Two rotor. What do we got here? We have what appears to be under dash cowling, maybe? I got... oh, no. Spark plug wires, even. Okay. Well, alright. Hall effects pickup for the distributor. Somebody was having spark issues. What is this thing? Another Hall effects pickup for the distributor.
Why are there two? And why are their plugs broken? And why does one have 3 terminals and one have 2? Oh no, this one has 3. Okay. Why are their plugs broken? I don't understand. Ham-handed people. Spare dipstick, it would seem. Another cowling of unknown origin. Spare tire cowling. Somebody didn't want this thing to be covered in plastic. This is definitely trim for the back door. So is this. I set it in the mud. Turns out if it snows, you get a lot of mud. We have, ooh, look at this. Look at that old school light. That's kind of cool. Bet it gets hotter in the sun, though. Alright, sure. Another rotor. I have every spare part for this car, it would seem. Why the heck are the lights still on? This is bothering me. Light switch off. Does absolutely nothing. Well, we'll just turn the key off. Ooh, 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 look, bonus nachos. This is not mine. Yeah. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Craftsman? Is this the, when they went to Craftsman, or is this the good? It feels okay. Craftsman and a 10 millimeter. Can't make this stuff up. This is a good sign. This is a good sign. I found a Rolex in the big brick when I got it. Found a 10 millimeter in the mini brick. On the scale of fortuitous finds, I think that's a good one. Let's see. Window, motor, and regulator for the back hatch. A disintegrated plastic bag of unknown provenance. There's something in it, but I'm not willing to open it right now. A completely destroyed rearview mirror. An empty box of, what is this? Oh, crank sensor. Empty crank sensor. Okay, it's had a crank sensor. Alright, somebody did an oil change. And just left it. Looks like another flexible charge pipe. Not sure why there's so many of those. Spare spacer. I found 3 of these little switches as well. I just kicked everything over because I'm clumsy. How do you get in the... Ha! Oh! Spare does exist down here. Look at that. A space saver. It's completely flat. It's completely flat and blown out. Might have to address that. But we got another tool, another bonus nacho. I'm not 1,000,000%. Oh, it's a oh, they're line pliers. Okay. All right. Well, let's just set you on the chair of good things, and I'm going to move our ratchet from the chair of swivel to the chair of good things. There we go. All right, back in we go. What else we got in here? Bosch component of some kind. Appears to be an idle air valve, I think. I don't know enough about Volvo to be able to tell you, which is probably a bad thing for my chances of getting this guy running again. More rear hatch trim. As I mentioned before, Volvo 20 valve top plate. Kind of nice. I was expecting to have to go find one of these, but looks like I'm out of that one. We got more spark plug wires. We got spark plug wire. Sorry for the motion. I know some of you are motion sensitive. Ooh, look at this. Brake pads that have some meat left on them. That would explain the empty boxes. Somebody swapped them out. I'm not sure why. If these are that thick, they're fine. Okay. Well, I don't really consider this good, but they're going here. They're semi-good. A tiny piece of PVC PEX line. Focus. There you go. Some of you plumbers probably want that. I definitely want this. This goes in the box of good. I'm gonna have to fix it slightly, but I want it. What the heck? Why? Are these even for this car? Did somebody just like pile all their Volvo stuff in a Volvo because it was Volvo? Ow. Hatches there. Yeah, sure. I mean, you look at that caliper in there if you can maybe see it, and you tell me. What else we got? Oh, there's that. There's the other pad for the oddball one. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs of random brake pads. This can't be a good sign. All right, back in here. We have the cloth cover, what appears to be the cloth cover for the spare tire well, and some miscellaneous trim pieces, latch assemblies, and ooh, Bwadge. It actually needs that. That's good. That's a good find. That goes in the good chair. Hello, Sigrun. Are you checking everything out? Yes, I know. The gravel guy comes in a week or so. I am sorry. Mud for now, but I need pass. Go, go. Thank you. Good girl. Okay, so according to the manual, somewhere back here is an access for the fuel pump. Look, windshield wiper arm. That could go in the pile of good. I'm gonna have to get those pipes and stuff out of this, because those are probably need to go in the pile of good too. Try not to step on them if I can help it. Get this out of here. Come on, come on. There you go. Good deal. Hey, check that out. Make sure it's not terrible. Now, is it good? Okay. Dogs are awesome. Okay, ha 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 ha! We have found pay dirt, a hatch. Well, I do notice a clue right off the hop. If I can get maneuvered here. I'm not exactly a small person. Whatever that is, probably should be plugged in somewhere. And then these 2 wires appear to be the power and feed for it. So, what gives? And, I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm gonna try to get it tight. Whoever last bubba'd this, yeah, I don't appreciate your bubba-ing. Well, okay, all right. So, there is a fuel pump. It is plugged in. I don't know if this matches the form factor of the OG one. Let's take a look. As I just about kill myself. Oh no, I buried the OG one. Oh, wait, no, there it is. There it is. Right there. Come here, OG. Okay, so the OG one has that other plug too. I don't know why. Interesting. OG one's seen some better days though. So, alright. Based on my deductive reasoning and logic, I'm going to go ahead and say that somebody, at some point, got in here. I'm going to set the camera down for a second. Got in here, got in that, swapped the fuel pump, it no work, and then they kind of gave up on the old girl. Not that I'm not gonna, but that seems like a quick way to give up. I wonder. I wanted to get back in the Volvo forums to figure this out, I'm afraid. I'll be back in a second. The head of security has arrived to check out the mini brick. Manny, does that mute your approval, buds? Oh, it does? Look at you go. Oh, there goes the other one. Hey, you guys know it doesn't move yet. I'm still researching. I think they want to go for car ride. Is that what you want? Oh, no. Just one, it would seem. All right, I know it's getting a little dim. I'm gonna have to go get a light here in a second, because inside the car, naturally, the shop lights are bright, but not this bright. So I'm gonna see here at the terminal if we're actually getting any juice, because when I just read in the manual, it should just have it. Hopefully this screw's good enough ground for this. Get on there, little buddy. Okay. So if the relay's good, it should be sending power right now. It does not appear that any power is getting back here at all. Nice! Okay, so if I jumper wire that, there should be power here. Maybe. I'm gonna go jumper wire it and I'll be right back with you. Okay, with the relay pins at the front jumpered, we have drum roll. Aha! We have power. Okay, so relay no work. What happens when I plug in fuel pump? Does fuel pump work? Fuel pump does nothing. Well, that could be a lot of things. Of course, it could just be the fact that that fuel pump is toast. Let's look at the OG one. Maybe the OG one actually runs. Got the old one here. I'm gonna just plug it in for a test and see if she'll run. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Big time run. Big, very happy. Okay, all right. So the relay's bad that we currently have installed, most likely, if nothing else is a thing. Oh, and look. I was ragging on old buddy that bubbled this before. He left me some nuts. Look at that. What a courteous guy. Okay, well, I gotta pull that out now. Let me go get some light and something to pry these little booty boys off with, because from what I've read, they just, need to slide off, which is kind of an interesting design from Volvo. I'm not focus. I'm not entirely sure that I would have designed it this way. Also, there's a specialty tool from Volvo to take this ring off, but I'm gonna try to just get it with tapping of the hammer and a screwdriver. We'll find out. With better light, we can see that somebody went at this with a dull beaver. Look at that. But big shout out to the guy over at Robert's DIY. I'm going to leave a link to his channel down in the description. Go subscribe to him if you do Volvo stuff. Really cool cat, really laid back. I enjoy his videos, and he instructed on how to do this. Now, I don't know if I can do this one-handed, and I may have to put the camera down in order for me to get in here. But according to him, if you put these pliers in here kind of like so, just a little bit, one-handed, no judgment here, and you just kind of gently work this up. Oh yeah, it'll unlock and yeah, just come right out. All right, first good design, Volvo. Nice. That's so much better. I'm sure everybody remembers the Ford fuel lines from the 90s and what a nightmare those things are. Okay, all right, so let's get this off. Come on, little buddy. Out there. Lost my light. Oh, and we has the fuels in there. I'm not gonna lie to you, fellas, and fellettes, and girls, and guys, and gals, and whatever you identify with. That does not smell good. Minwax number 4. Okay, so let me see if I can set up a little bit better filming angle, and we'll get back to work. There we go. Now you can see what I'm doing, kind of, sort of, and boy, does it smell like varnished fuel in here, which means great things. If this was an old vehicle, that would mean don't use this tank, but since this is a polymer tank, it just means, well, we got to deal with some varnish in the fuel. Might try to pump it out actually later. But while I'm in here playing with this, I'm gonna tell you a quick piece of good news. My buddy Chad Scott over at Whiskey Gas Garage, if you haven't already liked and subscribed to him, definitely go do that. Really great guy, former Coast Guard veteran, former wrestler, doctor. He's done all kinds of crap. Very interesting cat. If you were on Poverty Tour last year, you saw him in the Whiskey Gas Garage bus. Very cool fella. But he just got fully monetized and made it, in YouTube world. So go give him some love. The guy's an awesome stand-up dude and does lots of charity work.
Point of fact, he's working with Wounded Warrior Project right now to try to get some extra funds out to veterans in need. So, yeah, definitely go check him out. Really, really cool guy. Aha! Success! Hopefully I didn't break anything. I don't seem to have. Alright, now comes the interesting bit. So, just from judging from looking at this ring, somebody went at this with a dull apprentice. I'm going to give her some gentle tappies and see if I can just, you know, convince it gently to come loose. I'm not trying to break it. And for, you know, those of you that are uninitiated, these little rings, what they do is they hold the fuel pump such that there's a seal on the bottom. Oh, I see movement. And keeps, you know, you from losing your precious dinosaur juice, which we all know is, you know, cheap these days, right? Right? Oh, good grief. Did somebody cross-thread this thing? Oh, crap. Maybe there's a trick to this. Everything on this car is research. I'll be right back. Alright, well, after consulting the manual and the YouTube, looks like there's only two ways to do this. Either one, get a big pair of pliers, two, hit it, well, I guess it's three. Big pair of pliers, hit it, or, you know, use the Volvo specialty tool. But since the guy before me didn't leave a whole lot to work with, I think we're just going to have to smack it around a little and see if we can get her off. Is that right? See it wobbling. Yeah, I can move it by hand now. Alright. Come on, little buddy. Off you get. Let's see if I can overnight one of these things. Because I don't trust this one at all. Alright! I think I got it free. I think. Just don't want to get my lines mixed up. Come on out there. Come on now. Yeah. Alright. I said out now. Thank you. No. Wasn't cross-threaded. Sucker's just tight. Like a tiger. Hip. Oh, no. We got a pretty well full tank of fuel. It's very varnished. It'll probably burn, but, yeah, I don't think this pump would have ever worked. Let's turn you around so you can see.
Look at it! I think something's missing. I could be wrong. And look how much rust is in that thing. Let me get in close. Look at it! Yeah, that would have never done anything. Well, that would explain why somebody started this. I think it got frustrated, would be my best guess. I mean, in their defense, I'd probably be frustrated too. Let me get some rags. Okay. Now, before I go to the trouble of seating this ring again and doing
more nefarious stuff to make things work. I'm gonna stick this, hang on, yeah, stick this guy in thusly, which seems to fit. Yes, we like free parts around here. Yes, we do. And I'm going to connect our, oh, no, I'm not gonna do that yet. Don't be dumb, John. Get it back off, get it back off. There we go. I'll put the ring down, but I'm not gonna cinch it up until we test this guy. And I'm still half tempted to go see if I can find another one of those rings. Of course, that's assuming I can figure out where I put the one that I just had in front of my face. Did you guys see where it went? Right there in front of my face the whole time. All right, so I'm just gonna lay this in here gently, like so. By gently, I mean with some authority. I'm gonna spin it to where it's starting to thread, so I know it's good on the threads. And then I'm going to hook up my lines, and we're gonna jumper the pump relay and see what we get, because I'm reasonably sure this is going to vastly improve the fuel delivery situation we got going around here. If the line will go back on. What's your issue, little buddy? What's the problem? Come on now. Aha! There you go. Alright. Hopefully those O-rings are good. Who knows? Okay. So if we plug this guy up. Thusly, you guys stay here and you let me know if, you know, zzz. Key on.
Oh, we got zzz. Now that we have zzz with the relay. Yes! We have short zzz with the relay. Ha ha ha! Now that we have room.
Do we have room? Come on, come with me. We'll see if we have room. Come on. All right, come on, little buddy. Vroom. Oh, it hit just then. It's hitting. I got about 3 cylinders, I think. Let's see if giving it a little throttle helps. Oh, almost. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Oh, it almost did it. It was idling for half a second there. You guys heard it. Here we go again. And yes, it has oil. I did check. All right, one more again. Come on, little buddy. Work that air out of the lines. Sounds pretty healthy. And it does idle. Look at this here. Maybe did the lights work on the instrument cluster? Not really. They kind of do. But you can see it's idling. It's surging just a smidge, but I assume that's because it's trying to figure itself out from its long hibernation. Oh, I just noticed this. Look at this. Boost gauge works. That's bonus nachos. Oh, look, listen to this thing. Oh, you're not supposed to see that yet. Listen to this thing. I don't really hear any, well, I hear a little valve train, maybe. But it's pretty smooth. A lot quieter than I thought. Obviously somebody sent something to the exhaust. I assume there's a tip back here. Oh, and there is. Little bit of waking up smoke, probably bad gas as well. Not helping things. But yeah, that was it. That was it. This little guy would have never worked. This is not my normal troubleshooting steps, but result! Crap, now I gotta get coolant in it. Kill the car, no overheating. As if it's gonna overheat this soon, but still. Ha ha ha! Okay, so she's sitting here idling. Definitely coming up to temperature. We've got a working alternator. That's a plus. I did fill up the coolant very terribly. Yeah, I'm not exactly a neat person, but it does have coolant now, and it is circulating. I could see bubbles coming through here before. It's probably got to purge a little bit. I may have to burp it some, but you know, waking it up from an old nap. But what we're gonna do now is, with all my stuff still on here because I'm dumb, we're gonna go through it in gear and see if it actually moves. I give it 50-50. Oh God. Ugh. These things are not made for tall guys. All right, here we go. Reverse. We have a gear and brakes. Drive. We have a gear and brakes. Oh, the shenanigans are beginning. Oh, even the check engine light went off. All right. Nice. This is a result. So I've done the thing. We're low on fuel, but that's okay. I'm not worried about that. Yeah. The stereo, I got to figure out how to pull this back out and fix it because it's got that code that's on top of here. Or I try to see if we had tunes. We seem to have winter mode turned on some kind of way, whatever that means. Do the windows work? Window? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. All four of them. What about the power mirrors? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Oh, I got heated seats in this thing? I didn't even notice that past the terribleness. Heated seat. Go. No? Okay. Other heated seat. Go. Yes! Is it getting warm? It is! It works! Holy crap, look at... There's just bolts and nuts and stuff just everywhere that I'm gonna have to figure out. The gear shift, as we found out, just does its own thing. But yeah, I've got a running and moving vehicle. Let me see if I can roll down the driver's side window enough so that I can try to move backwards. Ignore the everything in the background. You can't see that yet. No tours. All right, here we go. Reverse. We got a gear. And we definitely are reversing, and there are brake lights. Look. Brake lights. Okay, I'm gonna pull it back forward now because I really don't want to have to He-Man this thing back in here. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so this is the problem I was having before that I assumed was a neutral safety switch coming some kind of way, but it's not. It's this gear knob not being down properly. And we're coming up to temp. Yes, we are. Look. We're off the peg at least, so we know coolant's doing coolant things, and temp sensor works. Turbo boost gauge there works. Boost gauge here works. Got some slight pinging from up front, but I assume that's because of the bad fuel that I'm going to need to swap out. We've got recirculate and AC allegedly work. Am I brave enough to try the blower motor? I am. Also, look at this. This is cool 90s tech. Look at this. Dual zone climate control from the 90s. Look at that. Is that not cool? Holy crap. How do you activate go? Is it that? Oh, yes it is. Whoa! And it works. A bit stinky, but it works. Alarm motor squeak. I don't know if you can hear that. Okay, so that would also explain. Oh, look, it's got an auto function for the dual zone. That's cool. Okay, folks, I zoomed in way too far. Okay, guys, I found out why it was low on coolant. You see that pipe down there with that rusty, crusty? It'll focus. Focus. Come on. Yeah, that rusty, crusty clamp right there. Yeah, she's leaking. She's leaking pretty good. After it got warm and built some pressure, it blew right past it. So that coolant line is gonna have to be replaced. I got a drip pan down there for right now, but you can see it's kind of dribbling. So now we know, but that's easy. That's real easy. I mean, this line legitimately goes from that metal fitting right there down to the bottom of this coolant reservoir. So that's no biggie. I can deal with that. Heck yeah, boys, gals, unaffiliated folks. This is awesome.
All right, I think that's going to be it on the mini break for the day. It does run and drive. The coolant leak notwithstanding, that's what I needed it to do. So great success there. Terrible troubleshooting, great success. If you like this video and you had as much fun watching it as I had making it, hit that thumbs up, give me a like, give me a subscribe, whatever you choose to do. If you didn't like it, I mean, that's okay, move on. I make this for free. I want you guys to have as much fun doing, YouTube browsing as I do making the videos. So, with that said, hey, we're back. It's 2026, and always remember, kindness is free, tech is awesome. We're back, baby!